guys, it's Ashley here, and I wanted to talk about my experience with being pregnant and being a medium, and how has my pregnancy with my baby girl affected maybe my spiritual path, or how has it, just what are some experiences? I know a few weeks ago people were really interested in hearing some of those stories, so that's kind of what this is going to be today. I'm going to share some of my own experiences and just things that I've noticed and things that have impacted my energy and how I move forward when I'm maybe working with a client or when I'm channeling. And it's really, really fascinating. As soon as I learned I was pregnant, of course, I was really, really excited, but I started noticing that definitely when I would open up to spirit and sense energy, it would come in a little bit more potent, I guess. So I was definitely feeling kind of an increase in the energy that I was experiencing whenever I channel or I do angelic Reiki. And I like that. I don't mind that at all. Sometimes it is a little bit overwhelming, so I have to ask the being to step back. But I have noticed that just the sensing part has definitely increased. So my clairsentience, assessing and interacting with the energy around me has increased. And really also sensing in my body and my own energy. How does my body feel? Where's my energy at within my vessel, and also within my energetic field, because now it's not just me, it's baby as well. And that's a lot of energy that goes towards baby. So it's been really interesting to see how not only am I sensing more energy coming in, I'm also really sensing my energy to a degree that I hadn't really, I guess, paid attention before, or it hadn't really kind of kicked up to that notch before. So I find that those are both very beneficial for me as a medium to be able to not only sense better the energy within my vessel, but also sensing the energy around me. It's really helpful. And I also find that I'm just thinking about some examples here. When I'm in my dream state, I've had a lot more of dream state activities where I'm doing a lot of traveling. I'm meeting a lot of different people or beings in my dreams. I've definitely noticed an increase in connecting with past family or past friends, as well as my baby herself. This has been really fascinating. I have been sensing her in my dream state quite often. Sometimes she's full out just presenting herself to me in my dreams, and or she's kind of there, like her energy is just around. And that's been really interesting. I can't wait to actually see her in person and hold her and feel her energy as a separate entity versus how I feel her right now. But it's just super exciting that I get to see her a little bit in my dream state before she is fully anchored here on Earth. And one of the dreams, she presented herself to me as like a 5 or 6 year old girl, and we were walking in the park, and she was telling me that she when she's just kicking right now, it's just so cute. She's telling me that she is part-time with me, but most of the time with God in heaven right now. And as she anchors more onto the planet, she'll be with me more than with God in heaven and with her angels. And that was an amazing experience. It's like, oh my God, I didn't really know if I was questioning, is she around me right now? I guess I hadn't verbalized that question to myself in order to channel her or ask her team or my team, but she came to me in my dream and that's what she said. So I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense, because during the pregnancy period, the vessel is being created and the energy of that being is anchoring within that vessel. but at the same time, it's not there fully yet. And the way that my team explained it to me is the closer a baby is to its full term in pregnancy, the more the energy is going to be anchored within that vessel. And then once the birth takes place, the final kind of energy anchors within that vessel. And over the course of that first day for the baby, that's when those final elements are kind of falling into place for their frequency and their energy to settle within that vessel. So totally makes sense to me. I mean, it's a long process, and that whole journey is, really fascinating. And we've all been through it. We'll all go through it again when we pass to the other side of the veil. And that's something we just all have to experience for ourselves as beings of love and light, entering and exiting this reality. So that was a really cool dream, a really cool experience. The way I saw her, she was so sassy. She's just like my husband. The way she was talking, she was just so direct and to the point. And but she was so open, and it was really exciting to see that. And you guys know me if you've watched any of my videos or interacted with me at all. I'm a very open person. Clearly, I'm doing mediumship and Reiki, but encouraging her to follow her path and to be open to spirit and using spirit to co-create her reality is really, I'm going to be trying to teach that to her from a young age in ways that she can understand, and then let her decide, let her move forward and see how she wants to navigate this reality. But I'll definitely be helping her to figure it out, whatever she chooses to follow. It'll be interesting to see. But in the dream, she was like, yeah, I'm with God and I'm with you sometimes, but not fully yet. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I've also sensed her a lot when I am channeling and or when I'm doing angelic Reiki, particularly the angelic Reiki, because I'm playing music. As I'm doing the Reiki, especially with like one-on-one clients in my group healings, there's nice loud music that I play, and she always kicks it up a notch and kicks a lot and moves around a lot in my I was going to say belly, but she's not in my belly. She's in my uterus. And, when she's in there in the womb, she's moving around and dancing around, and she moves a lot. So I've really noticed that the music that I choose, that's high vibrational, and the energy that's coming in has really affected her. At least she's reacting to it quite a bit. So I love seeing that. And I also love feeling her energy when I am channeling more of my team and her team. I've met her guardian angels already, so that's really beautiful. It was an awesome experience to meet them, and I can't wait to work with them directly as her parent when, she's a young child. Of course, I'll always try and incorporate her choice, but as the parent and as anyone else who's been a parent, you get to make decisions for your child until they're able to make those decisions for themselves. And guardian angels work with parents to assist the children as they are raised as best they can. As parents are raising their children as best they can, because guardian angels can work with them no matter what, but that choice expression needs to be there. And so parents are really helping to facilitate that choice as children grow up. So when they're young, they don't have the capacity to express choice. But then as a person gets older, they can start making choices. So parents and guardian angels can work together. You can always request assistance from your child's guardian angels. And I know I already love both her guardian angels and her team. And it's just been really cool to get to meet them and kind of feel them around. Particularly when she's more here in my space, in my energy, versus when she's kind of not. So she's been anchoring in quite a bit, and I just feel their presence more and more as the days go by. It's really fascinating because I feel my team and her team is very distinct. It feels very different. So it's fun to kind of get that sense of individuality with the teams as well. Another example that I wanted to highlight that I thought was really cool was not only feeling her guardian angels, but I've requested pregnancy angels and healing angels to be with me throughout the entire pregnancy and to assist me in having, the smoothest pregnancy that I can have, being the healthiest I can be, and then assisting me when the birth takes place. I fully expect they will be in the room with me, and her team and my team will be there as well. And as well as my husband's team will be there too. I'm sure he's gonna need some support in that experience as well. It can be scary and crazy and chaotic, but I'm just asking for the smoothest possible pregnancy and birthing experience possible. And so I've really been feeling a lot of their energy around as well. And they don't stay fully all day, every day. They're popping in and out as I need them, but it just has provided a lot of comfort for me to have those additional angels on hand with my team to support me and help me through this particular learning opportunity, growth opportunity, experience that I haven't had an experience of yet. So it's been really, really fascinating. And what else? I wanted to share too. Oh, one thing with the additional angels, birthing angels, and the pregnancy angels, I've been seeing this image of me holding baby girl. I don't really see her yet because I don't really know exactly what she looks like, but she's kind of this like amorphous baby blob right in front of me. So I'm holding baby girl, and I just see my team, my guardian angels, Pedadiah and Samuel. Their faces are like right by mine, and we're all looking at the baby. And then I see a whole team of angels, her angels, Archangel Michael, my whole team, her whole team, Alan's, my husband's whole team. We're all just kind of looking at her, all the nursing, birthing angels that are going to be there. I already know that there's a whole team kind of that assists with that birthing experience in particular with baby and helping her to anchor in the energy. That's something that I've heard several people have seen and experienced. Nurse-like angels, healing angels, really they're there for the baby. They're not really there necessarily for mom or dad. So I've requested assistance for me as well as for baby. But just all of us are sitting there and we're just looking at her and, saying hi to her. But not only like am I seeing her, I'm seeing everyone around us with my eyes. And I feel like my senses have been expanding, and I feel like this experience, and of course we'll see when it actually happens, and I'll have to give you guys an update, but when I've been kind of seeing this image or been, kind of prompted to think about that experience, I just get a sense that I'm going to be completely wide open energetically and psychically, and being able to see and feel all of their energy presences in the room with me all the time moving forward. So I'm really excited to see how my senses open up with this experience. Birthing, I have heard in my own personal experience, starting this spiritual journey, birthing and being pregnant, or having that energy flow through a woman's body is a very opening experience. It anchors in a lot of energy at once, and it's something that can often trigger an awakening or opening of senses and or an expansion of senses. So I'm kind of feeling like that's going to be on my radar as I'm having that experience. How am I sensing and being in the moment, but also like feeling the energy around me. So I cannot wait to see what results out of that experience. Like, is that actually going to happen? I hope it does. I want to be able to see more, feel more, experience more. I get a lot of messages. I get a lot of information already, but just having that little extra notch, getting up to that next level is something that's really exciting to me, and I hope that that happens. And my guardian angels are just kind of laughing. They're like, wait and see. Wait and see. So we'll see how that goes. I'll definitely have to give you guys an update once baby girl's here, and just check in with you guys and share maybe part of that experience, or share how my energy has been impacted from having that experience. But as many of you know, part of my channeling journey started with me having a miscarriage, which was really, really hard. In 2018, we had a miscarriage, and it was not a very long pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant, and then we lost it like the same week. So it was really kind of a flash experience. It was a very intense experience, but that experience really opened me up to energy. As soon as that kind of happened, I started sensing energy. I started sensing things. I started seeing a crap ton of angel numbers. I started getting guidance to go and look at mediumship videos on YouTube. I was already kind of getting that, but it was more like a slow burn type of thing. It was just something I was interested in watching. But then as soon as that happened, it was like, okay, I have to go and ask some questions here. And I was really guided to go and move forward in that direction, at least just to get some clarity and some peace and some healing. And then I was introduced to Kristen Davies, who did the reading for me, and then she, by chance, just, had a mediumship class. I think it started like the next week, and I took a week to think about it, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. This is really, really drawing me here. I'm really excited to check this out. I feel like this is my next step. And then my journey started from there. So I've talked about that quite a bit in my intro videos, and in other videos where we talk about grief or healing. There's, it's a very common experience for women. I don't feel like women or people in general talk about that experience enough and open up enough, because it is such a traumatic experience. That we all need to support each other. But I feel like, too, it's a really, it's a potent experience that helps you to reframe your life if you need it. And that happens with a lot of bigger traumatic events. You get kind of this nudge to think about, where is your life going, or how are you going to make decisions, or are you satisfied with where you're at, or where are you being drawn to go next? And that kind of happened for me with the mediumship, this more spiritual side of my life. I realized I was pretty out of balance, and that experience really was a wake-up call for me. And I was grateful for the experience. It was a really hard experience, and I'm just grateful that I'm here now, and I'm having a healthy, smooth pregnancy so far, and everything's beautiful, and I'm having this full experience now. But it's just been a pretty crazy roller coaster ride of how, my senses kind of came online. And I think a lot of people probably would resonate with that experience. I know at least a lot of women would. Men also are affected by miscarriages, of course. And, it's just a stopping point to be like, okay, what's going on here? Are we good? How do we move forward? And being really intentional. So now that I'm having a baby, and so far everything's been really great, knock on wood, I'm telling my team it's all going to stay smooth. So now that we're here and I'm having this chance again, it's just been a really beautiful experience. And thank God that I'm, at this point where I'm able to have the skills that I have as a medium and get a sense of the energy around me and the support that I need to move forward in this experience for myself. and for my husband and my family, and it's just been a really beautiful experience. So ultimately, I'm just taking it day by day, and it's just been fascinating to watch how she interacts with the energies that I'm channeling, as well as how just being more open and really being able to sense her energy and the energy around me has impacted my channeling and my mediumship. I did the Starseed class earlier this year I believe it was in March. It is crazy that it's flown by, or April. I can't even remember by this point. It was so long ago, it feels like. And then I just got done with the Fairies and Elemental Kingdom workshop this last weekend in July. So it's been really fascinating to really do intense channeling sessions for various different groups of beings. I've definitely noticed she interacts more with the fairy elemental beings, but it's also she's farther along, so that might be part of just the development process. But I feel like she's going to be very fairy-like, or be drawn to that type of energy as she grows up. And it's going to be fun to watch that and see how that comes out in her personality, or how that comes out in the way she interacts with the energy in the world around her. But anyway, I think those are the main experiences that I wanted to share with you guys and talk about. This has just been a really beautiful journey for me, and I appreciate everyone being so supportive and excited to hear that me and my family are expecting we're expecting a little one. And it's just so cool to be able to share this too in this format, because a lot of people are having the same experiences. You maybe know someone who is pregnant right now, or has recently had a baby, and I think we all can reflect and just see, how does that affect ourselves? How does that affect our energy? It is also interesting to see, just really quickly too, the effects of the energy upon my vessel. Of course, I have the normal pregnancy experience, the fatigue, my feet really swell really, really bad with the heat. It's been very hot and uncomfortable here. Very hot in Oregon is not too bad in other places. So it's all in a perspective. But for where we live, it's been really hot. And it's just been interesting to navigate that as just a regular person, but then also have that energy level, or that energy layer to it, and navigating that energy layer and that spiritual layer throughout the pregnancy, and how I've been experiencing this beautiful gift that I so far have been able to enjoy. And ultimately, that's where I want to leave it. It's been a beautiful journey so far. And again, I definitely cannot wait to see how the birthing experience impacts my senses. I feel like I'm being prepared to definitely have more of an expansion, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll keep you guys posted. If you have any questions or anything, of course, feel free to post questions in the comments. And I'm sending you all a lot of love and light. And thanks for, being interested in this, and just being really supportive of me and this next journey in my life. Next stage on my journey. It's been really, really awesome so far. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Talk to you later. Bye.